Hi everyone and welcome back to Storytime with Somayah. Today I have two books to read for you guys. I think you're really gonna like it. The first one is Dear Girl, and it's by Krouse Rosenthal and Paris Rosenthal. And the next book is A is for Awesome, 23 Iconic Women Who Changed the World. Let's get started. The first one I'm gonna be reading is Dear Girl. Dear girl, keep that arm raised, you have smart things to say. Dear girl, sometimes you may feel like being pink and sparkly. Sometimes you may feel pretty much the opposite. Dear girl, look at yourself in the mirror. Say thank you to something that makes you, you. Thank you, freckles. Thank you, birthmark. Thank you, red hair. Dear girl, sometimes you just need a good cry. Sometimes you'll need a friend. Sometimes you'll need to be alone. Sometimes you'll need a tissue. And sometimes you'll need a bucket. Dear girl, do you know that there is no such thing as asking too many questions? Who, what, when, where, why, how? Dear girl, write down your thoughts once in a while, even if it's just to enjoy the way your pen feels against the paper. Dear girl, make your room awesome. Make your room you. And while you're at it, make your bed. Dear girl, don't ever lose your sense of wonder. Dear girl, sometimes you just gotta stop and dance. Dear girl, find people like you. Find people unlike you. Dear girl, create traditions, fun crazy handshakes, and silly inside jokes. Dear girl, if your instinct is telling you to say no, you know? Dear girl, coloring outside the lines is cool too. Dear girl, there are no rules about what to wear or how to cut your hair. Dear girl, you know what's really boring? When people say how bored they are. Dear girl, listen to your brave side. Dear girl, you won't be invited to every single party on the planet, which is really okay. Can you imagine how exhausting that would be? Dear girl, a tree trunk is the perfect place for quiet thoughts to be thunk. Dear girl, whenever you need an encouraging boost, remember, you can turn to any page in this book. But most of all, dear girl, who I love, know that you can always, always, always turn to me. And that was the story, Dear Girl. There's also a Dear Boy, but I thought I'd start with Dear Girl for you guys. The next one that I'm gonna read to you is A is for Awesome, 23 Iconic Women Who Changed the World. Hi, I'm Juno. There's a whole world of inspiring sheroes out there. Here are some of my favorites. Ready for some adventure? Let's go. A is for the awesome aviator, Amelia Earhart, the first woman to fly across the Atlantic. The stars seem near enough to touch, and never before have I seen so many. Don't try to lessen yourself for the world, let the world catch up to you. B is for Beyonce, singer, songwriter, actress, producer, and all-around Queen Bee. In order to be irreplaceable, one must always be different. C is for the forever chic Coco Chanel, designer and OG girl boss. D is for Dorothy Hodgkin, a crystallographer who won the Nobel Peace Prize for succeeding in the impossible. We are here not because we are lawbreakers, we are here in our efforts to become lawmakers. E is for the defiant suffragette Emmeline Pankhurst, who helped women win the right to vote. When anyone tells me I can't do anything, I'm just not listening anymore. F is for the flamboyant and fierce Flojo, the fastest woman of all time. To create one's world in any of the arts takes courage. G is for the groundbreaking artist Georgia O'Keeffe, mother of the modernist art movement. I was a conductor of the Underground Railroad for 8 years, and I can say what most conductors can't say. I never ran my train off the track, and I never lost a passenger. H is for Harriet Tubman, the brave abolitionist who helped hundreds of slaves to freedom. I is for fashion legend Iris Apfel, who proves that your own style is the best style of all. When you don't dress like everybody else, you don't have to think like everybody else. J is for chef and author Julia Child, whose zest for French cooking inspired millions. Learn from your mistakes, be fearless, and above all, have fun. Courage is when you have a choice and you choose to be courageous. K is for Katharine Graham, the formidable first female publisher of the Washington Post. L is for Lucille Ball, comedic genius and the first woman ever to run a major television studio. When the whole world is silent, even one voice becomes powerful. M is for Malala, whose rallying cry for equality in education was heard around the world. I'll tell you what freedom is to me, no fear. N is for the tempestuous and talented Nina Simone, singer, songwriter, and activist. O is for Oprah, self-made television icon, philanthropist, role model, and the list goes on. I wish you curiosity and confidence, and I wish you ethics and enlightenment. I wish you guts. P is for Pat McGrath, makeup maestro and businesswoman. Creativity is the most important skill. Don't be scared to experiment. I am not afraid of anything. Q is for Queen Elizabeth I, whose quick wit, strategy, and tenacity brought a golden age to England. R is for Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Supreme Court Justice and the Queen of Dissent. Fight for the things that you care about, but do it in a way that will lead others to join you. S is for Sacagawea, intrepid interpreter and guide for Lewis and Clark's historic expedition. T is for rock and roll superstar Tina Turner, who holds the record for the most concert tickets sold by a single performer. I believe that if you'll just stand up and go, life will open up for you. U is for Ursula K. Le Guin, prolific and prize-winning science fiction author. We read books to find out who we are, what we ourselves are and may become. V is for Venus, Roman goddess of love, beauty, and victory. W is for Wu Zetian, the one and only female emperor in Chinese history. And X, Y, and Z are for Extraordinary You, and the zillions of brilliant, brave adventures you will have. The end. And those are our 2 stories for today. Dear Girl, and A is for Awesome. I hope you enjoyed them, and I'll see you next time with another story.